Hey guys, Alan M here. You may remember me from Joker vs. Carnage, the Great Debate.
Wait, how? Why am I even having this debate? You guys don't even know about Batman.
But outside of that, this is my first video on the channel. I'm typically an editor here at Mirror Brothers Productions, but I'm starting a new film series called Fan Film Fanatic, where each week I'll take a look at a different fan film from the community and give it a review. How does it stack up compared to the superhero they're trying to depict? That kind of thing. This week we'll be looking at Bryce Cherney's Beyond, a Batman movie. Bryce Cherney did ask us to do this review, but I won't let our friendship get in the way of my integrity. He is, in fact, a friend of the channel. But with all that out of the way, let's talk about the actual movie itself, which is fairly decent for a fan film. There's a lot of camera angles and lighting that just really pop in contrast to everything else, and that's the stuff that surprised me most about this movie. Now let's talk about the story. The story follows Ethan, Bryce's real-life friend, who inherits the Batman Beyond suit from Bruce Wayne, a computer. I like the way they depict Bruce Wayne in this movie. He's a different Bruce Wayne than the one that we've seen in every other incarnation of Batman. This movie's at its strongest when Bryce is taking these well-known characters and making it his own. Without spoiling too much, this movie's a sequel to Bryce's other Spider-Man fan film Becoming Something More. I didn't know that going into this, so when I see Spider-Man show up, it's really exciting. Bryce has built a world of these characters, and it's nice to see them branch off of that, because Bryce established in his previous fan film, Joker vs. Spider-Man, that the DC characters and the Spider-Man Marvel characters can exist in the same universe. That being said, this movie does have its issues. On a story level, I think this movie excels in being a stupendous fan film, and it's something that people can just celebrate time and time again. But the camera angles and the lighting, they're not bad, but going forward, I think Bryce would make stronger films if he paid more attention to some of the more technical aspects, and I mean that wholeheartedly. There are some shots in this movie that are genuinely impressive, considering that they don't have a budget. And I'm not delusional here. I'm not expecting these YouTube movies to be on par with studio films, but there's a lot of shots in this movie where a character will be cropped out when they're supposed to be the focus. Along with this, there's a lot of audio issues. I found some characters really hard to hear at certain points in the movies. I feel like Bryce's film would be stronger if, in the next one, he tried to fix these more technical aspects, which I recognize is a challenging thing to do, especially when you don't have a budget. Me, Vinny, and Charlie experiencing these issues all of the time. I don't have a solution to it, but that's the only thing bringing this movie down. The acting in this movie, for the most part, is phenomenal. Ethan fits snugly into the role of Ethan, the Batman. And Bryce is great as always. It's clear that Bryce had to balance a couple of roles in this movie, and I think a part of that is just from the lack of actors. That being said, some of these actors just come off as lazy, like they don't want to be there. And that's really sad to see. I don't have a solution to these problems, but they're just things that I recognized. When we talk about the costume design in this movie, though, the suit looks really good. I don't know if this is something that Bryce and Ethan made together, or if this is something that was bought online. Either way, it looks very convincing, and I really enjoyed those aspects of the movie. As well as this, some of the technical shots are very impressive for a fan film. There's a shot of a bucket that has a laser coming out of it, and I think that worked really well. And the scenes with Batman flying around look genuinely really good. There's some creative choices in terms of the camera work. Ultimately, if I were to rate this as a standard movie, it would probably end up getting a 5. But looking at it as a fan film, I think it excels in a lot of areas where other fan films falter. So that makes me give it a 7. I think it's very impressive, and it's also nice to go over Bryce's filmography and see him grow as a director. This is definitely a step up from the Becoming Spider-Man series, and that's exciting to see unfold right before my eyes. That's really all I have to say about this fan film today, guys. I think you guys should check it out and definitely support Bryce's channel. As I may have mentioned in the beginning of the video, we here at Mirror Brothers Productions are friends with Bryce. We have a video project in the development together, and I'm very excited for you guys to see that. Our new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 4, The Cold Day in Hell will be coming out very soon, and we're excited to keep you guys updated on that. That's all I got to say for now. Goodbye. Alan M. signing off.